It feels like Magic the Gathering is at war with itself. And as a result of this, we have the biggest missed opportunity in all of Magic's history, really. Greetings, owners of fine luxury cardboard rectangles. Today, I want to talk about what I think is Magic the Gathering's biggest missed opportunity. Now, bear in mind, I am somewhat sleep deprived and still dealing with the pain from all the dental nonsense, so I'm going to try and explain this in a clear and concise manner, but I'm not 100% confident in my ability to do so. I feel off, so I'll just put that out there. If anything doesn't make sense, feel free to ask in the comments. Basically, this kind of thought process that I've been having has sort of been coagulating and forming itself in my mind for a while, but it's really been brought to the forefront by this product, which I'm super excited to get to open, but just like, I want to open this when I'm feeling well, and I don't feel well, so it's probably going to be another day or two. I know optimally I would have already opened this, but whatever, we'll get to it. Now, what's going on here is this is called a Magic the Gathering Arena Starter Kit. So it's got 2 physical decks and an arena code that gives you both of those decks, as well as a Magic play guide and 2 deck boxes. So we'll get into the contents. I'm actually excited about getting a number of cards from this for my cube, because one of the things they've included in here are like theme pack rares that are hard to come by normally out in the wild, and that's always exciting. There was the one that I recently opened from a collector's booster I was happy about. But suffice it to say, I want to open this both for the physical cards and the arena code. I'm eager to have both, because both of them will add cards to my collection that I don't possess. And thinking about it, like, I was literally making breakfast thinking to myself, man, I want to open this, but I'm not, like, I was tempted to just open it without doing a video yesterday, because I'm like, I want the code and I want to see what cards are in here, but I decided to exercise caution, not caution, restraint, that's the word. I decided to restrain myself and save it to open with you guys. But my eagerness to open this made me think about it and go, yeah, you know what? It's kind of a similar sort of eagerness that I have when they've got the Planeswalker decks, although this is more exciting than the Planeswalker decks. We'll get into my opinions on this product more. It's when I do the video on it, obviously. It's just more of a like lead into the concept. And that is essentially Magic the Gathering paper and arena integration, and how Wizards of the Coast's mentality about arena from the get-go has led to the biggest missed opportunity. Now, this product here is a giant step in the right direction, but even so, it is insufficient in my opinion. I believe there needs to be a stronger integration between the two, instead of them being treated separately, where it feels like in some cases, arena is the afterthought of paper Magic, and in some cases, paper Magic is the afterthought of arena. And that needs to not be the case. They are not competing products, and clearly Wizards hasn't done enough of a job intertwining them. I think the biggest indicator to show that they haven't done a good enough job of making people think that the two are inextricably linked, if you take a look in like comment sections, I see this a lot and I still don't understand it. Well, I guess I understand it to a bit of a degree, but I don't understand fully the mentality. And that is people who will leave comments saying, Wizards of the Coast are trying to end paper Magic to get everybody into arena. Now, on the very, very surface of it, if you don't really apply any deeper level of logic, you can see what these people are saying. Well, if all the money that was being spent on paper Magic was spent on digital Magic, Wizards gets all that money, but they don't have to worry about the production costs, distribution costs, replacement costs. All of the additional costs that come along with printing Magic cards would be removed from their balance budget, right? So when it came down to doing things at the end of the year, it'd be like, wow, if we're making the same amount of, like pulling in the same amount of money, but we cut all these costs, obviously we're going to be ahead. But this just completely throws away the fact that, first of all, not everybody wants to play computer games. Secondly, Arena isn't the same. Like, playing Magic Online, MTGO or Arena, is not the same as physically playing Magic. There is a discernible difference, And you will feel that difference if you're somebody who's played a bunch of Paper Magic and you play Arena. You will see that there's a genuine difference. So it's not logical to like think about all the people who have spent a bunch of money on Magic the Gathering and have a ton of paper cards, and you just go, we're not making paper cards anymore. We're just going to make these digital cards that you don't own, can't trade, and can only play with in like these couple of formats that we've created online. Like, it's so much more restrictive than Paper Magic. So the number of people who are just going to be like, I'm done with Magic, I'm out in a scenario like that, that's a large number of people. They're not going to just be like, yeah, you know what? I'll just get into Arena because I absolutely have to have Magic. You know what I mean? Like, Magic is a great game, don't get me wrong, but it's, at the end of the day, it's just a game and anybody can walk away from it. So it's naive to believe that Wizards of the Coast would be thinking from their perspective, we'll just stop making Paper Magic and get everyone into digital, especially when Paper Magic has such a premium to it, right? And by that, I mean, Magic the Gathering is an ancient game, right? I mean, I'm the Magic historian. You can't really be a historian about something that hasn't been around for a long time. So Magic's been around for almost 3 decades now. And some of the older cards, the really, really old cards, are insanely expensive. You know what I mean? We're talking like Alpha Lotuses, Moxes, all the old original stuff has insanely high price tags. But that isn't the only place where this premium mentality comes from. That's like the base underlying core of it. The whole like, check out the value of these reserved list cards and everything. They create this aura of Magic's worth a lot of money and these cards are money. Like, I've watched it happen. Magic went from a trade economy to a cash economy over time for a number of reasons. One of them really is just ease of transactions. If we have sort of a standardized pricing for cards, that does fluctuate, but regardless, is still way easier than subjective individual valuations. By having these sort of valuations set up through like a third party, for example, if you like using TCG Player, if you like using any of these other websites, whatever website it is that you and the other person agree to use for card pricing, now you don't have to sit and evaluate the values of each card to you on an individual level. Like, that's how the trading economy worked. I'll do a video going more into depth about that. I don't want to go like too far off the rails, and I also don't trust my ability to not get lost out in the weeds by the riverside if I go too far from the subject, because my brain's not, it's not going at 100% right now. So hopefully I haven't already wandered too far away from the point. Let's try and return to it. So basically, Magic has this prestige based on the cash value of the cards. Now, this is something that exists for older cards, but also new cards. Look at VIP Masters, for example. Look at the inordinately high values on box toppers and things like that. Look at the price that Wizards can sell VIP packs for. They can literally sell 33 cards in a box for the same price or more than they can sell a booster box that has over 500 cards in it, right? So if you look at it from a production standpoint, VIP booster packs are way cheaper to produce than a full booster box from a number of different angles. And that's something that's out right now that proves that Magic has this prestige value where you look at it and go like somebody from outside the game who doesn't know the game might go, what is that, like Pokemans or the Yu-Gi-Oh cards? And you go, look, yeah, it is, but this isn't the kiddie version. This is this is an adult game, and it has adult card prices. You know what I mean? Like, the cards are expensive. Even cards that are just in standard right now, which is the most inexpensive format, technically. Even cards like that can easily be $60, $70 a piece, right? So we have a situation where physical Magic cards have this giant prestige value. Arena does not. There is very little like you can say to somebody who doesn't play Magic to make them impressed with your Arena account. You can say, I have 4 of every standard rare, and they'll be like, I don't know what that means. That means nothing to me. You can't go, I could sell this for $50,000 or anything like that. So Paper Magic has its own prestige value. Plus, Wizards can make whatever products they want. Look at the Fetchland Secret Lair, where they sold 5 Fetchlands in a big old box, and those sold for crazy amounts of money, right? So it's not logical to think that Wizards is getting rid of Paper Magic for the digital. They lose too much. They're leaving a bunch of money on the table. When it comes to Arena, they would still have to design the cards, commission the artwork, so there's still all those costs. In terms of paper Magic, it's just printing and distribution with a little bit of money set aside for product replacement as well. That would be the majority of the cost for that product, and the amount of money they can make from it far exceeds those costs. So it's not logical to think paper and Arena are going anywhere. So why are they not married more firmly, right? And the biggest missed opportunity is really boiling down to every single thing that Wizards makes should be like, no, you know what? Not every single thing, sorry, because there's side products like Secret Layers and stuff, but almost every product that Wizards makes, and especially their baseline products, and by baseline products, I mean the upcoming Zendikar set, Core Set 2021, Theros, like all those sets that go into standard, the normal sets or whatever, those should all be 100% linked with Arena. Now, I know you're thinking to yourself, well, they bring those sets over onto Arena. They do. But what I'm talking about is you need to have inside every physical Magic product, they should be doing what they're doing with this. So in this one, you get this code here that can be redeemed for both these decks. Well, in every single booster pack, you should be given a code that's usable on Arena to redeem for one booster pack. Now, I know that they did a pilot project with this. I believe it was launched in New Zealand for a short period of time, and they only allowed you to redeem up to 10 of these codes at most, but that is insufficient. Like, Arena isn't the most amazing beast in the world. If you compare Paper Magic and Arena, Arena's down here. Paper Magic is up here. Paper Magic is prestigious. Paper Magic is the lead product in terms of collectible card games. Magic the Gathering is the king of the heap, top of the pile, and nobody else even comes close. Let's be real. You know what I mean? Like, yes, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, guess Pokemon might have some really expensive first edition cards or whatever, but majority this stuff is for like kids and younger people, whereas Magic started so long ago that they've got a bunch of customers that are like engineers and chemists and STEM workers and stuff who make crazy bank and can sink a lot of money into this game. And as a result, it puts that game on the higher prestige level when there's so much money involved with it. But Arena can't lean on that. Arena doesn't have the prestige of, look, your collection's worth, because it's not worth anything, right? And the Arena experience isn't equal to playing Paper Magic. You don't have the same level of enjoyment. But that doesn't mean Arena's not fun. It doesn't mean you can't enjoy yourself. I know I'm somebody who's firmly entrenched in the paper world of Magic. In fact, I did videos railing against Arena when it first came out. I said that it wasn't going to be any good and don't waste your time with it. Now, I was wrong about that. Arena is totally something you can enjoy yourself with. It offers certain things that Paper Magic just can't. Convenience being one of them. Now, Wizards has gotten too greedy with what they're doing. So from their perspective, they're like, no, we don't want to give you 36 8-card booster packs if you buy a booster box for Arena. We want you to buy those packs on Arena. But the thing is, the people who aren't going to spend a bunch of money on Arena would genuinely want those codes, right? If you can buy these Arena codes cheaply from people and they equal booster packs, but you can buy them for 50 cents when Arena wants $1, or you can buy them for $0.25 when Arena wants $1 a pack. All of a sudden, this gives people an opportunity to get more for their Arena accounts, play more with their Arena accounts, while also minimizing the amount they spend. And Arena wants as many bodies as it can get. Let's be real. These people who are being cheap free-to-players, they're all valuable for Arena because you need people there to play against the people who are your genuine paying customers. And people who start out as free-to-play players can easily become paying-to-play players as well, right? Or not paying to play, because Magic's not a pay-to-play game. It's like, no, it is a pay-to-play game. It's not a pay-to-win game. I'm getting my terms all switched up. So, I mean, you have to spend money to get the cards, which means you have to pay to play. So the people who want to spend the least or nothing at all can just play the Arena free roll or get these codes, but more importantly, it brings your entrenched players who are willing to spend a bunch of their money on your game over to your Arena platform. and it allows you the chance to convert them. From Wizards' perspective, it allows for conversion. So basically, yeah, you're giving them 36 arena booster packs, but what's the worst case scenario? That these booster packs end up in the hands of another player who's actively playing your game, and like if they're spending money on your game already, who cares? They're already a paying customer, so they're getting more of a bonus. And if they're not spending money on your platform, they weren't going to spend it anyways, but now they have more in their account, so they're more likely to continue to keep coming back and playing, which keeps your player base higher. If you don't have enough players, then the wait time between games goes too long, and that starts to make people think people are leaving the game. And people are fad-like followers, so if they think a bunch of people are leaving the game, they're more likely to leave the game. So let's say you've got Big Tony, and Big Tony spends like thousands of dollars on Magic. New set comes out, he's buying 4 booster boxes, right? Now all of a sudden, you're giving him these arena codes, and they start to pile up, and he just throws them in a box because he doesn't care about them. Just keeps getting these codes, and it's like, I don't care about these codes, but they're also not just like ad codes, so I'm not going to throw them away. So he throws them in a box. And at a certain point, he has so many, he's like, why don't I do something with these? This is what actually happened to me with Force of Will. Force of Will, the card game. I originally wasn't playing that game. I bought a Magic collection from somebody. There was Force of Will cards in this Magic collection. So there was a stack of these little white insert cards. I don't think I have one on my desk. Whatever. Just picture a Magic card, but just like a blank piece of paper on one side. And on the other side, it's got a little QR code. So I ended up with a stack like this of them. And I'm like, what are they for? And then I found out they were for like an app reward system. Because funnily enough, Force of Will didn't rank its players based on how they did in tournaments. They ranked their players based on how many points you had, like popsicle stick points from back in the day, if you're old enough to know what I'm talking about. So I basically had a stack of them, and I started to scan them into the app, and it like moved me up a reward chain. So I ended up getting into the game and getting more packs and trading people for these codes and stuff, and it got me full on into Force of Will. So you can, the point I'm trying to make is you can have somebody who's already spending a ton of money in your game. They build up these tokens or whatever, or they have a kid who plays Arena. Go, here you go. You can, Daddy plays Paper Magic. You can have the digital ones. Or they themselves just go, you know what? I've got enough of these. I'm going to load up Arena and see what it's like. And they load in the codes and open the packs and like, oh, I like this. You know what? It's fun opening packs on Arena. They've got the little animations and the cards look really nice on the screen and all that. And it's just a bonus, so why don't I? And then they just start playing Arena and they're like, oh, dude, this is convenient. Like, this isn't as good as playing Paper Magic with my friends, but it's 3 a.m. I can't sleep. I'm going to play some Arena or whatever. Like, they start to get into it. And then they go, oh, you know what? I want some more stuff. And they're like, hey, you know what? What does it hurt to buy $20 to get these cosmetics that I want or to play in this event that I want? Like, Magic Arena is this ongoing thing where there's always new opportunities to extract money from your customer base. So from Wizards' perspective, it's not logical. They are missing out on a huge opportunity by not putting these free code packs in. Like, there's literally no situation I can see. It's like every time somebody gets one of these codes, that means somebody bought one of your booster packs and you get more money for that. Like, the cost of printing an Arena code is less, I imagine, than the cost of printing most Magic cards. You can put a bunch of negative space on there. Who cares, right? They don't have to be visually striking. They just have to have a code on them. And you can make these for like nothing, because it's not like the Arena packs cost anything to generate. They're generated automatically by computer code. So there's genuinely no logical reason not to do it. They're like, the amount of money they think that they could be losing is negligible. And the amount of people that I've seen get into Arena as intentionally just free-to-play players and then start to spend money on it, where they're just like, you know what, I spent $50, I bought 50 packs. Like, if you're coming from Paper Magic, Arena already seems like a deal. So there's so many different levels. Like, it's not like they're afraid that people are going to abandon Paper Magic for Arena and stop spending money on Paper Magic. So there's no logical reason to not have a QR code for every single product, and make sure the products line up. Like, if you're going to do a jump start, don't put a bunch of exciting cards in them and then go, wait, those would be too powerful for Historic, so we'll make a lesser version for Arena. Don't make discount bargain bin versions of stuff for Arena. If you're afraid of introducing certain cards to Arena, then don't introduce them in a Paper Magic product that you're going to bring over to Arena. You need to have it flow both ways. And in fact, what they should also do is they should have arena events where you pay to enter them. And then if you do well enough in them, then you're rewarded with a magic deck, like a full-on physical magic deck, like a challenger deck or something that literally gives you a decent level of competing. You know what I mean? Like if you could win a bunch of arena games and you could go get a challenger deck that had 4 copies of a mythic, 4 copies of a bunch of hot rares, that would feel good, and that would get you into paper Magic. So it can actually flow both ways, where you can get the Dove of Happiness, which is what this is called, when you get all of the money and every game thrives. So for me, the biggest missed opportunity for Magic the Gathering is not integrating arena and paper Magic the way they should be. And part of that is because originally when they started arena, you could tell they didn't even want to really give us standard, like non-standard stuff, I should say. They wanted us to stay in standard, but they didn't have a way to deal with rotation coming. And they're like, we don't want to do the dusting system where you can just take cards you have and get rid of them to get other cards, because that fundamentally ruins the fact that a lot of Magic commons and uncommons are essentially garbage cards that only exist so they can go, they're for draft optimization. But if you had the ability to just crush down cards and get the other cards, then it would kind of, they basically, I'm going to ramble on here. That's what will happen. So I'll cut it off and just say that they didn't optimize arena with anything but the short term of standard thoughts in mind. So they didn't take the steps that are necessary to integrate the two. And this product right here seems like a good start, but it seems also like they're only doing it with like beginner products, where they're just like, we're like a little bit of paper Magic, get this beginner stuff, quickly come over to arena. And don't you want to do arena? Like they should have just, Magic's awesome because Magic is way better in paper, and in paper, Magic is king of the hill. In digital, they're just one more video game in a sea of video games with not enough to make them feel special if you don't already have the paper connection. So it's a huge missed opportunity not to be linking the two more intrinsically. The biggest mistake is to not have arena codes in literally every single product you're making. That's what they should do. I mean, even the secret layers with arena sleeves, whatever, just make sure there's some kind of tie-in with everything, absolutely everything, and put like the booster pack codes in the booster boxes, to me, are the absolute biggest thing. Because if you like opening booster packs, you like just the experience of opening booster packs, Wizards of the Coast can harness this to their advantage, like in a massive way. That's the biggest missed opportunity that currently exists in Magic the Gathering. That's my thoughts, the thoughts of a pain-addled, half-broken-brained man. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Great news! My other channel, Fantasy Geographic, just got accepted into the YouTube Partner Program, and we did the whole thing in 25 days. 25 days from the launch of the channel to being accepted as a fully monetized YouTube partner. That's amazing. The other channel that I run, Hatcherisms, that one, or Hatcher, I guess it's called now, that one has been around for years and never reached that status. So to do it in 25 days, magnificent. People are really loving the lore over there. So come on over and check the lore channel out. Oh, let me wrap this up here. My throat's drying up. If you like what I'm doing, like, comment, subscribe, really helps the channel. If you love what I'm doing, jump on my Patreon. Thanks very much to all my patrons for supporting the channel. It does mean a lot to me. I'm going to go and get some rest now so that hopefully I'll be all good for tonight's Savage Wheel Spinning Event live stream. All right, my friends, so thanks for coming out. I'll see you there. For now, I'm on up out of here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ow. Oh, all right, bye.